What is this amazing display of art? It's amazing. Education Today starts now.
All right, class, Principal Lorgan is here today to talk to you about the PSSAs, so please give him your undivided attention.
The reason I'm here to talk to all of you today is because of the importance of the PSSA. It is a very important test for all of you to have to take because it gauges how successful our school is. It grades our teachers' performance as well as the academic performance.
Wait, where is everyone?
PSSA.
Oh no, it's solidified PSSA Lorgan! AHS football star Zane Dudek, AHS volleyball star Leah Wilson, and cheer captain Maddie Bailey. What are you doing here?
I hear you're afraid of the PSSAs.
Yeah, but that's nothing to be afraid of.
You just need to be ready, and the first step is to get a good night's
Rest.
Rest. Wait, would you?
PSSA.
Oh no, it's solidified PSSA Lorgan!
PSSA.
Whoa, is that AHS soccer stars Xavier Graham and Natalie Price? And AHS singing sensation Pace Bank?
What's wrong, Steven?
I'm scared of the PSSAs.
You know, Steven, you can't run from the test, but that doesn't mean there's anything to be afraid of.
You just have to be ready.
Yeah, just remember to
Eat a healthy breakfast.
PSSA.
Oh no, it's solidified PSSA Lorgan! Again!
PSSA.
Aptitude, applesauce.
Attitude.
Oh my gosh, is that AHS baseball star Big Mike Lote, AHS softball star Allie Bowers, golf sensation Jen Connolly, and golf god the Caleb Strobel?
That's right, buddy.
We know you're worried about taking the PSSAs. There's nothing to be afraid of.
You always have confidence.
All you have to do is have a good attitude.
PSSA.
Oh my gosh, zombified PSSA Lorgan!
PSSA.
Dude, why so stressed?
Oh my gosh, is that AHS senior class president Madison Virai, AHS Stuco president Owen Zablocki, and AHS basketball stars Joey McCanna and Abby De Gregorio?
Don't let the PSSAs get you down.
Yeah, it's nothing to stress about.
You just have to stay calm, cool, and collected. Just remember, dress comfortably.
PSSA.
Oh no, zombified PSSA Lorgan! Again!
PSSA.
is that AHS's marching band tuba god Noah Schoenfeld, a beast in school and on stage Mason Edwards, and the president's daughter Katie Pyle?
It's state representative.
What are you guys doing here?
Being cool.
Which you should be.
You've got all you need to face the PSSAs. You've got this.
I do got this, cause I'm ready. I'm gonna get a good night's rest, eat a healthy breakfast, have a good attitude, dress comfortably, and just remember that you've got this. PSSA Lorgan doesn't scare me, cause I'm ready.
Of each one of you. Again,
Wait, guys, the PSSA isn't that hard. We've just gotta be ready. We need to get a good night's rest. We need to eat a healthy breakfast, have a good attitude, dress comfortably, and just remember that you got this.
Do your best.
Who's with me?
Thank you.
Welcome to Education Today. I'm Sierra Ayers from Armstrong School District. To start today's show, I have a very special guest, Mr. Kirk Lorgan. He's an employee of the Armstrong School District and is a high school principal here at Armstrong. Welcome to Education Today. Will you please introduce yourself?
Sure, thanks for having me. I am Kirk Lorgan, junior high principal here at Armstrong. I've been in the district for about 13 years as a principal.
So what is the importance of the PSSAs to the students?
You know, I mean, I think it's obviously a gauge of what they've learned academically. You know, it also, the real importance to them is giving us an opportunity to see where they are with our curriculum and where they are with the state standards, which then gives us a great opportunity to schedule them correctly for the following year for classes that they may need to take and put them in an appropriate place for their educational level.
So what is the importance then for the teachers?
Again, it gives the teachers a gauge of are they teaching the right stuff. You know, and the state of Pennsylvania changes their standards, you know, from here and there, what the students are supposed to learn, and what the state believes is the importance of what the students have to learn. So it gives the teachers an opportunity to evaluate themselves on are they doing the right stuff for kids, and are they teaching the right content, and it really gives the teachers the opportunity to show off the district itself.
So you as a principal, like, what's the importance to the district overall, not just our school?
Well, it goes to, you know, obviously the state comes out and they give us our scores and they compare those to us across the state. Ultimately, the importance to the district is not only to see where we are, but most importantly, are we teaching the kids the right content in the right areas? I really look at the comparison of other things across the state. I really don't care if we're first, middle, last. I just care that our kids are learning the content they need to learn. And you know, it's not a major competition to me to see where we are. I just want to see if those individual kids learn. It's not about us against Freeport or us against, you know, anybody else. It's basically us against ourselves. Are we doing the right thing for our students, and are we teaching them the content and the skills that they need to go to the next level from junior high to high school and then high school there on. It doesn't even matter to me that it's PSSAs just in junior high. It's just that take that same mental approach to, are we doing what's right by kids?
Do you think the majority of the students here take the PSSA seriously?
I do. I think the kids that take their education seriously, which is a lot of students, I think more students than I think they get credit for, those are the same kids that are going to take the PSSA seriously. The students that don't really take the educational process seriously, I don't think they're going to take it as seriously as they need to. But I think overall the importance that the teachers put on it and the importance that the administration puts on it, the respect that the majority of the student body has for themselves, for the teachers, and for the administration, I think those kids will take it very seriously just for that purpose.
So from an administrative point of view, what do you think the parents can do to help motivate and prepare their child to have a positive mindset about the PSSA?
No matter how a parent feels about standardized testing, no matter how they feel about whether they think it's legitimate, whether they think it's not, it's here, and we have to take it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is what the state says we have to do. So what those parents need to do to help us out is just make sure their kids get rest, and they get them prepared, and make sure that those students, just tell them the importance of it at home, even if they don't agree or they do agree with it. Just encourage them to do their best and follow the recommendations of the school, just to make sure their kids do eat well and get plenty of rest and come in with the right attitude to taking the test.
So do you feel that the staff and peers have an impact on how the junior high students treat the PSSAs?
I do. I do. If you look across the board in our building, I think the teachers that really push the PSSAs and really put a focus on it for the kids, and if the teacher works hard for the students in their teaching, the students are going to work hard for the teachers. And so I do think that the staff has a large impact on that, and I really think that the peers, their schoolmates, especially the kids who are a little bit older, have an impact as long as they let the kids know, hey, you may not think the PSSAs are a big deal, but they are. They're kind of a big deal to the reputation of our school. And I think that those kids really do look up to the older kids. So I think that they have a large impact on it.
When we were making the video, we went to Miss Cappan, and she was like so enthusiastic that we were using her class, just because like she's the reading teacher, so she's like directly impacted. So I think that's like a really good example.
And she's a great example of a hardworking teacher that gets the most out of her kids, you know, and that's why, and when she's excited about it, the students are going to be excited about it. And I think if you look across our ELA, our English reading teachers, and then you carry that into the math and science areas, I think all of our teachers really do put a focus on what they need to do and are good motivators for the kids that take the PSSAs.
So do you think the video will help motivate kids to take the PSSA seriously?
I do. I think that they like fun things. I think they like to see people in a different light. And certainly I don't walk around like a zombie very often. So, I hope it does, because if I did that for naught, I'll be a little bit shaken up because I put myself out there. But I do think it will be. I think that the kids enjoy things like that. And it certainly isn't going to hurt. If the kids know that the principal and some teachers and other students, the upperclassmen, took the time to make that, it's more than a project. It's something that the student body as a whole, the older kids, as I mentioned before, believe that there is some merit to, and it makes it a lot more important to those younger kids that the older kids are involved with them as well. So I do.
So did you enjoy filming the PSSA promo video, Dawn of the PSSA?
I did. I enjoyed it. I think that working with you and the other students who were involved was great, because I do have a different relationship sometimes with how you go about it when you see each other in the halls and even basketball. But to see students work in a different light in the educational setting is great as well. And I enjoyed probably watching it afterwards as much as I enjoyed making it, because I think it was so well done and put together. And from a junior high principal's perspective, helping us put the importance on the PSSA is appreciated more than I can even say.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today, Ms. Lorgan. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Armstrong School District's Education Today.
Thank you.
It's hard to explain. It just became home. There are hundreds of majors and programs, bachelor's degrees to PhDs, small classes and faculty that really get to know you. Amazing internships and everywhere programs that help to find a job that is right for you. It's what IUP is about, a commitment to your success. See it for yourself. Visit us, Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Find your success.
And we're back with Armstrong School District's Education Today. We're here with Mr. Don Swanson. How are you today?
I'm doing all right, Sierra. How about yourself?
Oh, good. I just have a couple questions. So what went into making the PSSA video from a technical and producer's point of view?
Well, basically, you know, the AHS-TV trifecta was more or less the producers, but I was certainly a part of it the whole way through. You girls kind of bounced some ideas around, and we worked on them together. I put them in a little bit of format for you. We got it approved by the principals. The biggest thing for me during the course of the day was trying to get it all done in the time that we had allotted. Well, if you remember, Mr. Lorigan couldn't actually be with us in the morning, and that's something that we had to kind of deal with and adjust to. So we filmed all of Stephen's parts without him there. And we got Mr. Lorigan at the end of the day. So it was kind of like logistical things from my point of view. You girls certainly handled the kind of creativity, but my role as teacher and I guess kind of shadow producer or whatever was more or less to try to keep everybody on task and keep everything moving, because as you well remember, Sierra, I'm sure, shooting all of that in one day was actually a lot of time management.
So was there any guidelines you had to stay within for the video?
Not really, other than its effectiveness. Mr. Kamenos initially came to me and asked me to pick a handful of TV2 kids to work on it. His goal was he just wanted it to be something kind of fun. Really the only idea he had was upperclassmen kind of being role models to underclassmen, and then, you know, we kind of came up with the zombie thing.
Yeah.
And other than that, Mr. Lorigan and Mr. Rummel kind of reiterated the whole ready thing, which is something that had been used in the past.
So is this your first PSSA promo video?
No, actually. My very first year in the Armstrong School District, 2004 to 5, because I'm old, we did a video. It was produced through Katanning at the time. It's something that as a multimedia technician at the time I worked in coordination with. It was kind of like a Wizard of Oz kind of weird dream sequence thing where the young lady, Anne Mercurio, was thrown into the actual PSSA by a tornado from falling asleep in class. And that was actually used around a big chunk of the state, if I'm remembering correctly. Then my first year in the classroom in 2008, we did another PSSA video where we called it a PSSA Carol. And both of those dealt with the READY acronym, which is R, rest, E, eat, A, attitude, D, dress, and Y, you've got this.
So do you think the videos are effective then, since you've done them so many times?
I think they get the point across. I think they're probably effective insofar as they don't take themselves too seriously. I think in anything, and dealing with anybody, but in particular teenagers, whether junior high or senior high, that probably the immediate thing you can do to turn them off is to just talk at them. You know, kind of like the way we were poking fun with Mr. Lorigan at the beginning, right? I mean, that's what you guys hear all the time, and we have the kids over-exaggeratedly not paying attention. You know, it's like anything else. If we want your attention, we got to earn your attention. And I think by kind of being tongue-in-cheek and making a little bit of fun of itself, you know, that it gets their attention.
So what was the biggest struggle you had while you were filming?
Well, I should ask you that, I suppose. I think the biggest problem we probably faced during the course of the day was just making sure that we kept everything moving and making sure that we got Mr. Lorigan.
Yeah, because he was busy throughout the day. So.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Armstrong School District's Education Today.
Success. We see it every day. Hundreds of majors and programs, bachelor's degrees to PhDs, small classes, internationally known faculty who are committed to your success. Real-world experiences to guide you on your career and life path. An alumni network 120,000 strong. I'm IUP President Mike Driscoll. Visit us. Find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
We're back now with a student from Armstrong High School, Stephen Wright. He was our lead actor in Dawn of the PSSA. Will you please introduce yourself?
My name is Stephen Wright. I'm a freshman and I'm a freshman at Armstrong Senior High School.
So how did you feel about the PSSAs when you were in elementary school and junior high?
When I was in elementary school and junior high, I didn't feel that the PSSAs were too difficult. They took a lot of your time out of April and May, but after taking the PSSAs, I did feel a lot. I felt like I learned a lot.
That's good. Do you think that the teachers do a good job preparing you for them?
The teachers definitely do a very good job at preparing us to give us snacks beforehand or give us rewards afterwards, whether we did good or bad.
What do you think your teachers can do better when preparing you?
Honestly, I don't think our teachers could do anything better, except whenever they teach us about how to do the PSSAs at the beginning, they could be a little bit more encouraging rather than just talking in one voice and just explaining it to us quickly. I think they could be a lot nicer about that. But
all right, do you think the video will inspire your classmates to take a different approach to the test?
I think the video is a very good way to inspire kids to be able to take the PSSAs in a different way and to encourage them how to take the PSSA right, to get ready for it.
How did it feel to be the star of Dawn of the PSSA?
I wasn't expecting it. I was just called down and I was told that I was going to be the star of a PSSA video to encourage junior high kids to take a PSSA, and I was very honored. It was a very good time.
Overall, do you think the video successfully reached out to the student body to not fear the PSSA, but to instead embrace it?
I think it did, because it's not only is it funny, but it also is serious about being ready for the PSSA and knowing what to do beforehand and how to be ready for it.
So do you think the READY acronym that you used throughout the video is pretty accurate on like what you need to do?
I think it was a really good acronym that explained everything that you should do to be ready for the PSSA.
Do you have any other advice to any students that have to take the test?
Other than to be ready, to get a good night's rest, eat a healthy breakfast, have a good attitude, dress comfortably, and just remember that you got this. I don't think there's anything else.
Thank you very much for joining us today, Stephen. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back with Armstrong School District's Education Today.
The brain is a remarkable organ. It's almost infinite in its capacity. Its ability to reach its full potential is limited by only one thing: the heart. For if the heart isn't fully engaged in what you're doing, if you have no drive, no passion, the brain will simply go through the motions. Find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
We're back now with two students from Armstrong High School, Hannah Hoffman and Morgan Zelfro. They were the production crew for Dawn of the PSSA. Will you please introduce yourselves?
I'm Morgan Zelfro, Vice President of TV Production.
And I'm Hannah Hoffman, and I'm a TV production student.
What was the significance of the PSSA when you took them in elementary school?
When we took the PSSAs in elementary school, our teachers told us that they were the most important tests that we would take all year, and everything that we did was to prepare us for them. So all the subjects we learned, all the classes we took were just to prepare us to take this one test.
And it reflected on our school as a whole.
What did the teachers and students do to try and persuade you to take them seriously?
Before every time we took the test, we'd get snacks before and on our breaks so we wouldn't be hungry, so we can concentrate more. And a couple days after the test, we'd also get a pizza party or something like that to reward us.
They gave us a bunch of incentives because just like any kid, if you're given a reward, whether it be prizes or food, you want to do better to get more of that. So that's what they
Do you think those tactics like worked for you personally?
Yeah, it worked for me.
How did the making of Dawn of the PSSA affect you?
It showed us a lot on how to film, like the actual filming sequence, because in TV prod, when we film, we know what we're doing, but doing it with Mr. Swanson showed us more in depth, and it taught us even more what to do.
And it showed us how to manipulate a shot to make it seem what we want them to see, even though that's not what actually is happening.
So what all had to be put into the making of this video?
A lot of time, a full day of filming, and a whole week pretty much of coming up with ideas on what we were going to do.
And then we went into a junior high class and took over their class for the entire first period just to film the opening and ending scenes. So,
what is some advice you have for the students who will be taking the PSSA this spring or even in years to come?
Just be ready for it. There's nothing really to be afraid of. Like, all be okay.
You just need to remember not to be stressed and just believe in yourself, because if you believe in yourself and believe that you'll do well, then you will do well.
Well, that's our show for today. We would like to thank all of our guests for taking time out of their busy schedules to join us. Our thanks also go out to the TV production students of Armstrong High School, led by their teacher, Mr. Don Swanson. They were our film crew today. Please join us again next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. DVD copies of this and all other Education Today programming can be requested by contacting Chris Garatano, Multimedia Technician at Armstrong High School. Visit our website for updated information about the district and have a great week.